something in baseball. I'm not sure if you guys have seen this yet. I know baseball spring training is not necessarily the easiest thing to catch on TV and some of the different platforms out there. I love going to spring training myself down there in Arizona. Haven't been out to the Grapefruit League. I think that'd be a ton of fun as well. I think it would be a totally different vibe, though. All right, if you go there to the Grapefruit League, generally most of the teams end up being I think the shortest distance is around half an hour, 45 minutes or something like that from another team. Most of the teams end up being like an hour, 2 hours away from each other, and so you could definitely drive from one place to the other. But if you go there to Arizona, you can basically get from Surprise to Talking Sticks. You get from like the furthest west to the furthest east stadium, without traffic, 45 minutes, hour. From the furthest west to the first east team stadiums there. And if you're centrally located, like if you're staying or if you're living in the Phoenix, Glendale area, most of the teams, it's like, which way do you want to go? And within 10 to 20 minutes, you're at, another different stadium. So it's amazing vibe going down there to the Arizona spring training. And if you haven't done it, definitely go give it a shot. The weather's phenomenal down there. I know, some people complain about the weather in Arizona being so hot. I've been there in the summertime. It definitely is. But you go there in spring and it's amazing. It's like 60s, 70s every day. It's beautiful. I think one time I was there, it actually did rain. I don't believe it rained enough to actually cancel any of the games. But I think it rained 1 or 2 days out of the week I was there. But like I said, I don't think it actually rained enough to cancel any games. But for the most part, the weather is just perfect down there. Hit up Don and Charlie's. Go have dinner with some baseball players sitting next to you at some of the different tables. You see these Lamborghinis. You see these Lamborghinis and everything like that driving around. You just get this feeling like I'm just the whole town. There's half of baseball is within a half an hour radius or something like that of you where you're at, and they're all going out and doing these different type of things after the games are done as well, right? So it's pretty darn cool. But going into the spring training, while I was bringing this up here today, I thought it was pretty interesting to see that I don't know if it happened exactly today or if just the video was reposted today, and I just got to see this, but it was the first ever catcher's review, or catcher's challenge, I should say, for a ball or strike call, right? And so this happened in an Orioles versus Pirates game. The Orioles were on defense, right? The Orioles were on the field, and pitcher throws his ball, close pitch. I mean, and this also shows from a catcher standpoint, like how well these guys are in tune with what they're doing. I mean, this guy's tracking this ball coming in at 95 to 100 mile an hour fastball coming in. He's tracking this ball coming in to try to catch this thing, right? He's got a batter here to the side of him. He's got his umpire hanging over the top of him, and he's able to catch this thing and see as the umpire calls it a ball that he's like, nope. There's a double tap here, and immediately goes to being a review for it. Apparently, I guess they said that they've been doing this. They've been trying this out in the minor leagues for baseball. I think it was either last year or the last 2 years, and they said it's been like instantaneous. It goes through super fast, right? Which, if you think about it, you're sitting there at home watching these games, and most broadcasts have the box already on the screen, and you can see real time where this ball was at. Right now, some people say it's kind of like the NFL, like that's not official as far as like the yellow line for a first down, and all of a sudden they bring out the chains and you're able to see like, oh, okay, well it looked close, but it was 3 inches off or something like that there. So that's the same thing with the box basically, and every batter really definitely has a different strike zone as well, and you don't see that box change from batter to batter. I mean, if you have Ricky Henderson's stance or something like that, and then all of a sudden Aaron Judge is up there, the strike zone is going to be a different size, right? But anyways, they're able to do this basically instantly and get this this call overturned or to see if it's accurate what the umpire called. And apparently they're saying that the team gets 3 different challenges in a game, right? So it's not supposed to like slow down the game very much because it's supposed to be able to go through super quick. You'd only have 3 challenges available to you throughout the game. Right, so you're going to kind of pick and choose when in those moments when you're going to use it. I think there's going to be definitely a number of games throughout the year when not all 3 challenges are even done, throughout a game. And if it does go through that quickly, then it shouldn't slow down the game at all. Now, in this clip that I saw for this Pirates-Orioles game, in this first one, you see the pitcher turn around and kind of like, what's going on? Like, where is it? Like, and the broadcasters are talking about how normally this is much faster than this. So I don't know if there was some error, some delay, something. I don't know why they weren't ready for this being the first one. But it did take 30 seconds instead of it taking like 5 or 10 kind of thing, right? It still wasn't like some of the challenges that we used to have, or some of the umpires and coaches yelling at each other and taking minutes away, which I actually love the umpires and coaches yelling at each other. I don't really mind if that takes a couple minutes to have some coach come out and give it to the umpire. And I've been both. I've been a player. I've been a coach. I've been an umpire. So I hear from every side. I've seen it. I've been a part of it from every side. But I still I think it's part of the game. And I do think, just like you don't see it happen a ton in football, but you do see like in basketball and things like that a lot. Sometimes you as that coach feels like, man, my team needs to be lifted up right now. Right. And we just got boned on that call. All right. So you look around. Yeah, this is it. I'm going to go ahead and maybe get myself tossed out of this game, but I'm going to light a fire underneath my team for this. Matter of fact, I think, what was that? I think it was the Astros this last year, like in the playoffs or World Series. Had a moment like that where they were losing one of the games, and all of a sudden I think Dusty went out there, which he doesn't do this a whole lot, but it got them like right back in the game. Like the next inning, you just see like the whole team got picked up from it. You see some guys, Aaron Boone on the Yankees, maybe go a little overboard as far as not so much how long he's out there. I just feel like he is constantly doing it, right? So there should be maybe a little fine line there. But my whole point being that I don't mind the arguments and stuff like that between the coaches and the umpires. But this little challenge is supposed to kind of alleviate that, right? You don't have to get mad, coach, and go off about this and complain about balls and strikes where you're not supposed to do. Then you're essentially supposed to be tossed automatically if you arguing balls and strikes. So why don't we just go ahead and just do this quick little review here, this quick little challenge, and within 10 seconds or so, we'll have an answer to this. So catcher taps on his head, goes to this challenge board. They're waiting for a little period of time, but it comes back that it is indeed a strike. And they show on the screen, they blow it up, what the challenge looks like, and essentially where the strike zone is, and then where this ball is. And this ball is on the furthest corner spot that you could possibly get to on the strike zone. I mean, this would be like you playing 2K or something like that, EA Sports, playing a video game, and you just darting it, right? Just right in the corner as best as you possibly can, right? That's where this ball hit. And I just thought it was amazing that this catcher also, again, catches this ball, and you're tracking this ball coming in, right? And so he has the wherewithal to know, you know what, he calls the ball, but it wasn't like this ball was 6 inches, into the strike zone. Most of this ball, I would say 90% of this ball was out of the strike zone, and 10% of it hit the corner. And this catcher felt, this is one of those opportunities for one of those 3 that we only have challenges out of the game to go ahead and use this for this. And it was quickly done. Overturned, ball becomes strike, and they move on with the at bat, move on with the game, right? I thought it was pretty cool. I like the whole personality feel to baseball. I like the personality clashes. I don't think that it is the NFL and you have helmets and you can't see these guys. And like I said, the NFL coaches maybe are shouting and screaming maybe at some of the officials on the sidelines or something like that, but they're never like coming out really like to like the head official and stopping the game and making this huge scene, right? So some of this kind of stuff can happen in baseball where you have a player taking off his helmet, running after somebody, making a huge thing, and you see the actual personalities come out of some of these players and some of these coaches, the umpires as well, that kind of thing there, that I do like to see. But as far as if it was my team up there, and I'm thinking like, man, he's been doing this to me all game long, or that was a crucial situation, like I need that one. That's going to be pretty cool for the game of baseball that they're doing this. And even though I haven't been a Rob Manfred fan, especially for what he's doing, what he's allowed to take place with the Oakland A's, my Oakland A's. Some of the rule changes that have been in place just this last 2 years really kind of catching the game of baseball up to today's world and to today's technology. Like you just skip past like 20 years or something like that, 20, 30 years of baseball essentially not doing a whole lot. And then, boom, a ton of changes within this last year or two. I think that one will be an interesting one to see throughout the year. And as long as it doesn't take 30 seconds or something like that it took today on that clip, and it takes 5 or 10 seconds, like they say it's been going through with the minor leagues, I think that's going to be pretty darn cool for the game of baseball. So let me know if you guys have seen that, what you guys think about the challenge rule and some of the different changes that have been taking place in Major League Baseball over the last couple of years and going forward here, right? So with that, guys, that is the end of our show. I hope you guys enjoyed our this episode 3 here from Mr. SoundOff. And please, like I said, if you haven't already yet, please like and subscribe, hit the notification bell. If you're not getting notifications for our videos, please reach out, shoot me a message, or leave a chat, leave a comment in the links below for us to actually see, and we can go through and see exactly what's going on here with that. And in the meantime, hope you guys have a great rest of your night. Thank you, everybody.